Hello everyone, this is Hariri, the creator of LELB Society at lelb.net, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can achieve 100% optimization for your WordPress website. My WordPress website is available at lelb.net, and to show you that my WordPress actually is 100% optimized, I used Google Lighthouse. If you just do that, just type LE. You can also check the speed index of my website on your own. Just type lelb.net. Let me zoom in. Yeah, lelb.net, and go to Google Lighthouse, which is really reliable, and just hit the analyze button, and you can see on your own that my website is 100% optimized. And also you can achieve that on GTmetrix. lelb.net 100%, and the statistics here, let me show you the details. You see, you can it is almost impossible to find a website that is as optimized as my WordPress website. So first of all, it is 100% on mobile devices, and I'm going to show you about the actually desktop version. So first, contentful paint, it is 0.8 second, that is below 1 second, which is great. I have not seen any other website better than mine, to be honest. And if you have seen, just let me know. So because you might think that this is a big claim I'm making, but that's not true. Speed index 0.8 second, again below 1 second. Largest contentful paint, again 0.8 second. And time to interactive 1.7 seconds. And total blocking time 20 milliseconds. And cumulative layout shift 0. And this is for the mobile version, which is great by itself. And what about the desktop statistics? Again 100%. And pay attention to these statistics. 0.2 seconds. First contentful paint, and speed index 0.2 seconds. Largest contentful paint, as you can see here, is the statistics. And again, I can just show it to you. I run the test again, lelb.net. Okay, I'm just zooming lelb.net and hit the analyze button. There was a problem, I don't know. This is not related to my website, lelb.net. As you can see here, analyze. %, again, and for desktop 100%. And you can also test the speed index of your WordPress site on GTmetrix. Here it is, GTmetrix. Go to gtmetrix.com, and let me just, yeah, and type lelb.net. Here it is. You can see this is the domain of our website, which is very simple, and hit the analyze button. Just wait for a short time. Okay, as you can see, for lelb.net, yeah, 100% performance, 100% structure, and the site is loaded actually below 1 second that is 0.8 seconds, which is great. Just the website has just total request of 7, so that is wonderful, and I've not seen anything like this, to be honest. And pay attention to these metrics. Performance, here first contentful paint 488 milliseconds, speed index 0.5, and largest contentful paint 488 milliseconds, and all of their variables or values are in green. It means that you don't need nothing to do here, or it is 100% optimized again, which is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to show you how I have achieved this level of optimization based on practical tips, not theoretical. And okay, so I'm going to use my digital board. So first of all, the most important thing to do is to just pay attention to your hosting service. I'm using DigitalOcean, and LELB.net is run on a VPS, standing for Virtual Private Service Server. And I have been able, at first I didn't have any information about how to run a website actually on a VPS, but hopefully, unfortunately, there are so many tutorials on YouTube, so you can just self-teach. You can learn anything that is necessary, and I just did that. It was not that difficult. So I really recommend you use our VPS hosting service, Virtual Private Service Server, and run your WordPress website on that. I told you I didn't use any external help. I just did it on my own. So do not use cheap shared hosting services, particularly from, I don't know, some hosting services like HostGator that I used to several years ago, and I didn't have any good experience from that, and that was almost cheap, but not, let's say, so cheap, by the way. So the first important point is to just use use a virtual server, virtual private server, and there are some other, let's say, VPS hosting service such as Vultr.com, and I think Linode is another one, Linode.com. So these are really reliable hosting servers, WordPress hosting companies, but I'm using DigitalOcean, DigitalOcean.com for some time, and I'm quite happy with their service and with the effectiveness. As you can see, 100% optimization is not so easy to obtain. So the second tip: compress images before uploading them to your WordPress website. So I'm sure you have seen so many tutorials that just teach you how to use some WordPress plugins to optimize and to just optimize images, but I think to some extent actually they can even do some harm to your WordPress site if you just do not use another plugin to just optimize your WordPress, and you do that manually. I use this website, imagecompressor.com, sorry, imagecompressor.com. Yeah, here it is. Let me just find it. Yeah, imagecompressor.com, and you simply just browse their computer and find their image that you want to just optimize. Here, this one, and it optimizes the image before uploading it. And for example, you can just scale the optimization level, and as you can see, the original size of this photo is 251 kilobyte, and it just optimizes it to 85 kilobytes. So it's almost 66% 66% optimization. And to be honest, because it uses lossy technology, lossy optimization, as a matter of fact, the quality of the images, the optimized image is quite well. So you can barely notice any changes. So, and you can download the optimized image and upload it to your media library. Okay, so I think it's much better than using another WordPress plugin with so much JavaScript and CSS files by itself. For example, I used to use Schmoot, I don't know, Schmootit or Smooshit, yeah, I don't exactly remember. Remember, one of the most important factors to take into account when it comes to WordPress optimization is the minimum number of plugins. The minimum number of plugins. I'm going to focus on that soon, but because it was important at the moment, I just mentioned it. So do not use, it's my idea, do not use any plugin for image optimization or for image compression. The third element is to use a lightweight theme. Do not use themes that make your website bloated and so heavy, because they have so many widgets and fancy stuff, and maybe actually at first glance your WordPress site seems rather fanciful and let's say so beautiful, but this is just one aspect of website maintenance. The other one actually is the functionality and optimization of your WordPress site. I really love GeneratePress, and I've been using it for 3 years consecutively, and I really recommend you use this theme on your if you really want to achieve a 100%. By the way, this is the website of DigitalOcean that I'm using its service. So this is the website for the website of GeneratePress, that great theme that I'm using, and it's so lightweight, and the code is so standard and reliable, and I really recommend that to you. So yeah, and number 4, minimize the number of plugins. In my idea, after the first element, which is about your conscious choice of WordPress hosting service, I think this one is the most important after the hosting element. So let me show you the installed plugins on LLB Society. So yeah, here it is. If I go to my plugins, installed plugins, you can see that I have just installed 6 plugins. And believe it or not, because LLB Society is actually is offering a premium service to only our registered members, so I have installed 2 plugins that could otherwise be uninstalled and deleted, and those plugins are all about membership. So these are the plugins I'm using. The first one is all-in-one WordPress security, which is great, and it can provide so many services and functions for me and for our community. And the second one is CM Tooltip Glossary, because now we have around 2,500 illustrated flashcards based on jQuery. So this plugin is just for our students, actually, to facilitate the process of vocabulary learning. So this is a must. I cannot just get rid of that. And the third one is lazy load optimized images and videos by WP Rocket, which is marvelous. I've tested many plugins, and nothing, even no one can compete with this one. And the next one, the fourth one, is next and social login, because my WordPress website actually, as I said, is based on membership, and the members need to log in with their social media accounts to make it more to make it easier for the members actually to log in, and they don't need to memorize any credentials, for example user password for to access their account. They just use their social media accounts such as Google, Facebook, and Twitter. And WP members, as I said, my website is based on membership, so I need to just keep others away from our premium services and content. And the last one is WP optimize, cache, compress, and clean your WordPress website. So if my site was not based on membership, I could easily get rid of this one, WP members, and also this one, next and social login. But these are highly required for our website, which is an online academy only available to our registered students. Okay, so minimize the number of plugins. As you can see, I've not used or installed any plugin for image optimization, which is I used to do, but now I think actually it's much better to just optimize it manually before uploading the images to your library. Okay, the fifth element: cache your WordPress site effectively. The pros and cons of preloading. Yeah, as I told you, I'm using this plugin, WP Optimize, and remember, this plugin has been developed by the same people behind Updraft WordPress backup services, which is great. And okay, so let me show you something about this one. Yeah, Optimize, WP Optimize. I use this plugin because it is almost an all-in-one optimization package. You know, first of all, I can just optimize my database, which is very important. After a while, your database becomes junky and you need to just clean it up. And WP Optimize can do everything I need for optimizing my WordPress site. And so this tab is just for database cleaning. And for image, you know, I've disabled it because this WP Optimize has one function about image optimization, but I have just disabled it because I do it manually. And for caching, as you can see here, my WordPress site has, let me show you, has the cached size of 1.5 gigabyte. So that is good. And you should know that I just cleaned the cached site or pages yesterday. So just over 1 day, the cache size has reached for 1.5 gigabyte. And also minification to minify and compress JavaScript and CSS files and external fonts such as Google fonts and Font Awesome. So I really recommend this one to you because it provides you with many features when it comes to image to WordPress optimization. And even I didn't before installing WP Optimize, I used to use Optimize, but I had to just delete it because WP Optimize can serve my WordPress site everything that I need, and Optimize actually just takes care of minification and compression of your JavaScript and CSS files. So yeah, what about preloading? Preloading is one aspect of caching, and it means that your WordPress, that plugin or any service that you use on your WordPress site can preload or load the pages before the visitors can access them. the pro of that, because I'm talking about the pros and cons of preloading, the good point or advantage of preloading is that the pages and posts will be available and they are cached before visitors can just reach them. But the con of that, or the disadvantage, is that it just places so much burden upon the shoulders of your server, and your server gets busy, and sometimes actually your site goes down. And just before using the preloading, you need to take it into account. And use a CDN, or CDN stands for Content Delivery Network. I'm using the Cloudflare CDN, which is free, and also there are some other additional advantages to use a Cloudflare. I'm gonna focus on them and make a list of them in a couple of minutes. And remember, CDN provided by Cloudflare can also cache the browser caching, can provide you with browser caching, which is good to speed up your WordPress. And the seventh element, minimize static assets, JavaScript, CSS files, and also deferring and asynchronizing the load of codes. I told you about that. With the help of that minification or minifying feature available at WP Optimize, this plugin, actually you can minify static files, JavaScript, CSS, fonts, and it can provide you with anything that you need to minify, compress the static files. By static files, I mean JavaScript and CSS and fonts. So lazy load your images, videos, and iframe codes. Let me show which plugin I'm using. This is the plugin I'm using to just lazy load my images. And WP lazy load optimize images. And if I go to setting, you can have more information about this great WordPress site, WordPress plugin, lazy load by WP the Rocket. And the good news is that if you're embedding so many YouTube videos into your posts, this plugin can just fetch the thumbnail of the video and so that you don't need to just the visitor does not need to just let's say load all the heavy external JavaScript from YouTube, and it is available upon one click to the visitor, which is great. As you can see, replace YouTube videos by thumbnail, which is available. And otherwise the page that does have the video would be so heavy to load, and which is not good for your SEO matrix. Okay, so far so good. And let me see. Optimize your database. I showed it to you how to optimize your database with the help of that plugin, WP Optimize. There is another great plugin. I think its name is WP Sweep. And also you need to do something about that. When it comes to database optimization, you need to just delete the post revisions. Let me show you how to do that with WP Optimize. If you just go to the dashboard and database, you see the database tab. There are several values, and one of them is clean all post revisions. and there is 0 post revision found, because I have already cleaned all the post revisions. When you just edit a post, automatically one revision of that post would be available, so that you can just revert to a previous time. And these are not good for the speed of your website. And yeah, so number 10, keep the bad guys away. By bad guys, I mean bots or robots that attack your WordPress site automatically, because WordPress is an open source software program, and so it is subject to some hackers occasionally, and you need to be smart enough to just keep them away. And to achieve this fulfillment, actually you should know that there are 2 types of firewalls. One of them is DNS firewall, which is called DDoS, standing for distributed denial of service, and the other one is application firewall. And because my website is based on membership, I need to take care of actually the security of my website very greatly, and therefore I have used both of these techniques, application firewall and DDoS firewall. So let me show you how to just achieve that. If you just go to the dashboard on WP, all-in-one WP security and firewall, which is a great actually plugin, and I go to firewall. As you can see here, there are some options: basic firewall rules, additional firewall rules, and 6G blacklist firewall rules, and internal bots. So just it keeps away interfering bots apart from Google bots, and also prevent hotlinks, so nobody can just serve your images without your permission. And this is a great plugin, and also it can provide you with the function of taking care of your brute force, let's say, attacks, and it protects your website from brute force attacks, and which is also great. So this is called application firewall. What about DDoS firewall? DDoS firewall, as I said, or DNS protection, stands for distributed denial of service, and it means that actually it's another layer of security, and I'm using Cloudflare to just achieve that. Let me just show you. Yeah, that is Cloudflare. And Cloudflare, you need to point your domain to a name server from Cloudflare, and Cloudflare just protects your the traffic, all the traffic that comes through your domain here, lelb.net, and it just automatically blocks any hacker or any robot or bot that wants to add further unwanted traffic to your WordPress site. So I really recommend using a Cloudflare. First of all, it is free to achieve that DDoS firewall or DNS firewall protection, and also use that WP all-in-one WP firewall and security, which is also free, and it is lightweight compared to WordFence and some other firewall or security plugins. I've tested all of them, and to be honest, this one is really fast and really effective, and also frequently updated. Alright, so all-in-one WordPress security firewall. This is the plugin I was talking about, and also DDoS protection, standing for distributed denial of service. And the other technique do not create too many pages or on WordPress. So first of all, remember that WordPress is a blogging software or blogging platform. So you might come to this conclusion or think that maybe actually my WordPress site is so simple, it doesn't have so many posts. Let me show you that actually, if you think so, you're wrong. Because my WordPress, my WordPress site has, as you can see here, it has over 3,000 posts, 3,018 posts to be accurate, and also it has nearly 4,000 comments, but only 7 pages. This is very important. Just 7 pages, but 3,018 posts and 3,904 comments. And I'm using the latest version of WordPress 5.6 and running GeneratePress, as I said, as the theme. So because, you know, if the number of your pages exceeds 100, that is going to use up a lot of RAM and CPU, which is not good, and it just decreases the speed of your WordPress site. Okay, the next point is do not use external JavaScript. I used to do that and I'm remorseful. Do not use the services from addthis.com or sharethis.com, because you know these services can inject some or put some external JavaScript, and anytime a user wants to visit one post or page, he or she has to download so much external JavaScript codes from addthis.com or sharethis.com. And what about Google Analytics? Google Analytics, if you really need that, you can just use it. And even if you want to use Google Analytics, okay, I really recommend using that code locally. You can, there are some plugins, for example, KASO plugin, and a complete local Google Analytics codes, and it can just provide you with the local version of Google Analytics locally hosted on your server instead of just Google. And but since at Alien Society, I don't need to just let Google direct me. I don't need it, because I need to be creative, and I need to take care of the needs of our customers and students. Therefore, I don't need Google Analytics at all. And yeah. So next point is disable the avatars. Avatars are tiny pictures that when one visitor or student actually leaves a comment, so it is on the left side of the commenter name. And again, since speed is 100% important to me and to our community, I have disabled avatars, and I can teach you how to just do that. Go to settings, discussion, and scroll down to the avatar section, and you can show the avatar, or let me just zoom in. Yeah, show avatars or hide avatars, and as you can see, it is unchecked. Particularly my website, which relies on social media accounts, and some of their, let's say, profiles are high resolution, or really high resolution, so it takes so much time to just download the profile with high resolution. And okay, number 14, do not show too many widgets. You know, sometimes you visit a website and you get confused because there are so many widgets on that. Let me show you my website. This is the user interface or the homepage of my website with over 3,000 posts. So you see, it is so simple because it's not confusing, and simplicity is one of the key features. First of all, the students can access all the categorized posts in categories, and it's not confusing at all. And even I don't use a navigation menu, because according to some recent studies, if the user or visitor has to just click on the menus to see what is there on that, on many occasions they do not even actually click on the menu, so it's not user friendly. And I've listed just some key pages and points here on top, and that would be the navigation menu on LLB Society. And here I have just I'm trying to feed the students with the latest posts, the latest 5 posts, the last 5, the most recent 5 posts. And then there's a table about our services and some actually videos. Even on the homepage, I have not embedded any video because the homepage is very important and you need to be very simple and to the point. And even I don't use social media accounts or social media buttons, because they are not so speed friendly, let's say. And that's it. That is the homepage. And if you just go to the lessons, you see actually there each page contains 8 posts, and there is a pagination at the bottom. As you can see, there are 378 pages, and if you just multiply 8 to 378, the outcome would be around 3,000 posts. Okay, so as you can see, there are not so many widgets that are confusing, and also it makes the website load sluggish. And enable gzip or broadly compression. I've just achieved that through Cloudflare. This is the Cloudflare dashboard, and if you just go to the speed tab, you can see that the broadly feature or compression has been enabled. And okay, so number 16, do not upload audio or video files directly to your host, which is very important. LLB Society has over, I think, 1,000 podcasts. Okay, 1,000 podcasts. Let me just show you some of them. English documentaries. For example, practice reading and listening on Moon. So this is the actually podcast which is available, which has been embedded from National Geographic YouTube channel, and the students just click on that. As you can see, it is just the thumbnail of that, so the visitor does not need to just download all of the external JavaScript from YouTube, because it is just the thumbnail. And this is the byproduct of that plugin, WP Rocket plugin, which is so fantastic. That's why the page load is so fast and good. And also, this is the plugin I told you about, illustrated flashcards, you see, and CM tooltip technology. Okay, so I do not upload any video or audio file directly to my host or server, because first of all it's time consuming and it's very difficult for you if you just want to make a backup of your web or of your WordPress site. I have a YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel has over 2,300 subscribers, and here it is. Yeah, here is my YouTube channel. As you can see, it has 2,310 subscribers, and I just upload them to my YouTube channel and just embed the videos into the posts. Okay, so that's why the size of my WordPress site with over 3,000 posts is just half gigabyte, or around 500 megabytes. So I can make a backup in 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes I can make a backup of my WordPress site. That is fantastic. And disable hot linking or leeching from your images. Okay, if you're not aware of that, some bad guys might leech on or actually feed on the images by just copying the image URL and just serve them on their own website, which is not good. And you can just prevent that by using that plugin I told you about, all-in-one WP WordPress security and firewall. If you just go to the firewall tab and prevent hot links, go to prevent hot links, and as you can see, it has already been enabled and activated, which is so important. Okay, and also use the latest PHP version, the 18th element. Use the latest PHP version, which is reliable. The latest released version, which is 7.4 PHP, up to date. And in order to see the PHP version of your WordPress website, I can just teach you how to do that. Go to tools, and then go to site health. Okay, and there are 2 tabs here. Go to info, and this can give you all the information about or data about your WordPress installation, and even you can copy site info to a clipboard, and just go to server, and you can see the specification of your server, and here is PHP version, which is 4. PHP version 4.7.4. Okay, and you need to just update the PHP version to the latest standard release. And also sweep your media library. This is also important because let me show you how you can just do that. There are some plugins, but I prefer to do that manually. Go to your media library. Here it is, media. Where is that? Yeah. Okay, media library. As you can see, there are let me show you. There are over 3,000 images, just images. I told you I have never uploaded any video or audio file to my WordPress site. So, and if you just click on the grid view and use this drop-down menu and click on unattached. If you click on unattached files, you will find the images or any file that have not been used in any post, because sometimes actually in the past you might have used them in a post, but you have deleted the post or page, but the file is there. The file has been uploaded to your library and you don't need that. If you just let me show you again. Go to your media library, click on grid view, and use that drop down menu and click on unattached, and you will find there a list of files that are not attached to any post or page, and you might find it useful to just delete them or sweep up your media library, which is good, and you can just do that. But I definitely use all of these over 3,000 media library images, because I have over 3,000 posts, and for each post at least I need one photo. Okay, so we come to the end of this actually optimization tutorial, and let me show you one more time that my WordPress website is 100% optimized. Again, lelb.net. As you can see, here is the domain. %, which is next to impossible with these statistics. 100% is not really accurate. In order to be specific, you need to consider these specifications. 0.8 for first content paint is almost unprecedented. You cannot find, even Google and some famous websites actually are not comparable to my website, and that's why we are so successful to attract and serve so many services to students worldwide. Okay, thank you very much. I really hope you have found this tutorial useful, and also if you have any question about how to achieve further optimization, you can use the comment form below to ask your question. Thank you very much. Take care and bye-bye.